Hello. It's just me today. Eagle's computer is still out, I think, or he might just be busy today. One or the other.
No one knows. No, welcome back to the bottom. My name is Beast, and I'm back with more Grisaia. I'm once again wearing the t-shirt that lets me just completely get rid of my neck. Anyways, yeah. I do feel the need to start out the part by bringing attention to the community post I made yesterday. Namely, the one where I asked people if they would want me to stream Metaphor Re Fantazio. And thus far, 73 people have seen it, and 88% of those have voted on do it. If you want me to do it even more, or want me to fucking cut that shit out, go vote on that, actually. Also, I'm not sure when, but I will some point soon actually play the game that I got a review copy for recently.
Oh.
I do want to play it before the actual game comes out, logically, so people have the time to see it, judge if they want to buy it, and then hopefully get it with the what I assume will be the release discount. It is apparently like from an acclaimed series over in Japan that just has not had a single one of its games actually localized, and this is the first one, so that's gonna be interesting. Anyways.
That does sound interesting, actually.
Anyways, let's just hop into this.
Indeed.
お兄ちゃん、お土産いっぱい持ってくるからね。私は日記以外の八つ橋なら何でもいいわよ。
Why though? What's your problem with cinnamon?
わかったのよさ。うるさい金髪ね。ちょっとマキな。これから出かけるんだから喧嘩しないの。だって私じゃないのよ。こいつがうだうだ言うから。言ってないでしょ。そんなに感じ悪かった？いやまあいいけどさ。それじゃあ行ってくるのよさ。
Watch your back out there.
寂しいだろうけど、なんとか我慢してね。
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I know the smack's supposed to be like her like throwing a kiss his way. I for some reason thought she just walked up to him and smacked his ass.
Why would she do that?
I don't know. After throwing a kiss, the girl saunters off. Machina follows in her wake. The remora of ominous shark.
Shark.
So Machina does a remoraid. Haha, jokes about equating things from stories to Pokemon, which will not end well. So about that Pokemon Giga League, huh? Terra League, I mean. As if we haven't talked about this enough before the recording started. Like, the entire chat is just filled with memes about the Terra League. As well as fucking Skyla art, because that's a fucking blessing on this earth that she's getting more art now because of that.
I agree.
It is so funny to me how Typhlosion is getting the brunt of the fucking shade. And people are just forgetting that fucking Slacking's over there and just, you know, did what it did in that story. Yeah, anyways.
それでは私もそろそろ失礼させていただきます。あの雑誌はお役に立ちましたでしょうか？わあ、それはもうとっても役に立ったから。ねえ、だか からもうね、早く行ってらっしゃい。
Hearing about the magazine just reminds me, like, I'm on fucking, like, hold on, Gelburu, military uniform. What's the first picture that shows up? It's fucking Tanya. I mean, I guess not too weird that that's the first one that shows up.
Shows off.
Like, the first page is full of Tanya, Gundam, Girls in Panzer, as well, and finally, Contact Collection.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Yeah. Surprising like it. Never mind, their studies. Matarakan in like a naval uniform. But that's like an actual outfit she has now? Oh well, I would probably know if I actually watched VTubers. I don't know why I don't actually watch Fuwamoko, considering that I literally watched them before they became Fuwamoko, at least every now and again.
Who were they before again?
Fucking the girls from Go Go Nippon. Those two.
Huh.
Their dynamic has barely changed. It has just become slightly more unhinged.
Yeah, probably sells better.
Also feels more genuine, honestly.
They do seem to have a good time.
Like, I will always say it's incredibly based that during their 3D debut, the last song they sang was fucking Kimigatame. Incredibly based. I do have to remind you what Kimigatame is.
May. Yes, you have to remind me.
It's the ending theme for...
Don't give that
Utawari
disappointed sigh.
It's Utawari Mono. That's why.
I'm just not good with the names. If you would like play it, I would probably remember it. But, like with the names and everything.
Fuck it, hold on, I'm gonna fucking send you a link then.
Dear God, Eagle's not here and we've lost the sauce.
You know what? I'm specifically also going to choose the instrumental version just because that's more likely to cause psychic damage.
You should hurt yourself.
I mean, if you want me to. Ow. That hurt.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Turns out smacking my arm with a fucking hammer is painful. I mean, it's just a ball opener
Who'd have
hammer,
thought
but
it?
still. Actually, you know what? Instead of sending like a instead of sending the instrumental version of it or one of the two different versions, because there is the original version as well as the 2016 version of it, I'm just sending you the fucking video of actual Fuwamoko singing it.
Okay.
Ignore that. I saw an interesting video and opened it off to the side. Is it ringing a bell now?
Hold on, it's still opening. There we go. Oh yeah.
Ringing a bell now, huh?
Yes, it's a very good song.
Well, yeah, it's fucking Suara.
It's also an impressive performance. The 3D models and the background and everything. Yeah, it's very nice.
Like, I will say that Fuamoko sing that very well, but I am unable to separate Suara from Utawara Mono at this point. Like, hearing a song sung by her, sung by someone that isn't her from the series, just sounds slightly off to me. Anyways, continuing now.
みちる様、お部屋の掃除でお困りになりましたらご連絡ください。この小峰幸、一旦この地に戻り次第みちる様の部屋の掃除を遂行、その後また戻らせていただきます。
What is she yapping about?
She just
slow down.
She just randomly decided to become rap god.
早い。そんなことしなくていいから、ゆっくりしてきて、ゆっくり。はい、わかりました。では行ってまいります。もちろんお土産も用意しますからね。
Not to worry, Skaki. I don't need any souvenirs.
何よ、その言い方。私だってちゃんと買ってくる常識ぐらいあります。
由美子のお土産ってどんなの？
どんなのって、いたって普通よ。暗闇で光る骸骨のキーホルダーとか、そういうの。
I mean, 'tis the season, I guess. Certainly more logical than, putting up multiple fucking stands of Christmas bullshit.
Hey, you leave Christmas alone.
No, I get to complain because I work at a supermarket, and we're over here, it's not even fucking Halloween yet, and we're already putting up the fucking goddamn Christmas shit.
Listen here, Mr. Grinch.
No, I don't have a problem with Christmas. I have a problem when we're fucking selling Christmas bread at a time where it'll be fucking rotten by the time Christmas arrives.
I don't know about you guys, but it sounds like to me this guy wants to steal Christmas.
Like, fucking imagine buying gingerbread for Christmas at the start of October.
I don't know, man. You're not selling me. I still think you're the Grinch.
Come the fuck on. Sounds pretty normal.
でしょ？だから心配しなくていいのよ。いいタペストリー買ってくるから。それじゃ。
Like, her mentioning tapestry, I don't know why, but my first thought is that she just comes back home, just like, oh, hey, Yuji, here's your souvenir. She just takes it, goes to his room, hangs it up, and it's like one of those fucking stereotypical old motorcycle models. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's just like, it's one of those. Who knows if we want to make it creepy with her face glued over the models or something? Nah, Amine sneaks in and glues her face over it.
That does sound like something she might do.
Actually, Machina might do it. Just fucking,
Machina would definitely
just fucking glue Amine's face on there. Hell, she might glue any random person's face on there from the group. Michiru, your room was pretty dreary, come to think of it.
そんなことないでしょ。私の部屋にタペストリー飾らせようとしないでよ。あれでしょ？あの観光地で売ってる変な三角のやつ。
変？
いや粋なやつ欲しいな。5枚ぐらい欲しいな。
Like, I already have one thing that to decorate my future apartment with. And it's not even supposed to be decorative. For at least for the walls. Did I ever talk about that? But
Talk about what?
what I plan on putting
Apartment?
putting on the wall behind the behind the recording setup once I move out.
No, you haven't talked about that.
The
I don't think you have.
the Michiru body pillow that I got. I plan on not using it as a body pillow or keeping it sealed like some weird gremlin collector. I'm planning on actually putting it up on the wall as like some form of wall scroll.
You are?
Yeah. Have it just on, just so it just hangs in the background during recordings, just like Michiru in a wedding dress.
Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually.
Exactly. Oh, actually, no. I kind of have to go and go and grab that to show off now, because something else arrived now that I know will be a Christmas present, but there's no. At this point, we don't care. Like, I'm only gonna like get it given to me to use on Christmas, essentially. But I know what it'll be, because at this point, who cares? And I'll just go fetch it real quick.
It's just us.
Entertain the people, bud. This is not a request. This is a fucking order.
Oh. Oh, what did I talk about? So, I don't know, man, about that Pokemon leak, huh, guys? Why would Typhlosion do that? Thought he was such a nice, upstanding guy. You think you know someone, and then they go around and they do that. Nothing's sacred anymore.
I have returned.
All I did was make a joke about the Pokemon leak.
God damn it. But yeah, I've got this now. Bud can't see it, but hold on, I like switch scenes so I can take a screenshot and send it to you in fucking Discord so you know what I'm talking about. Scene change back to monitor. It is an actual, honest to God, like whistling kettle. Because in my new apartment, I'm actually also gonna have an actual, like, wood stove that you fucking use wood to actually turn on, and this one is literally just to put on there if I need to cook water. And it straight up does the whistling when the water is done.
Yeah, because of steam.
Yeah. I don't know. Fuck. I'll put it back here. Not actually gonna carry it back upstairs. Not gonna make you entertain the audience on your own again.
Good, because I floundered. I'm definitely gonna get made fun of for it.
They wouldn't. You are one of the two absolute cinnamon buns involved in this channel.
Yes, you're very lucky to have two of them.
Yeah, I know. One to actually be in the videos and one to make thumbnails.
Yes, you've explored us both.
Hey, I will go on record and say that I've openly offered Cactus that I will fucking buy him a game monthly for his work. Like, I can't do much else because I don't earn a lot of money, but I'm willing to do that. Like, if this man came up to me tomorrow and was like, hey, could you buy me, like, I don't know, fucking, since it just came out, Metaphor, I'd fucking buy it for him. Anyways. Just a future reference, Michiru. Most people refer to triangular flag things as pennants.
松島さんに6枚と。それじゃ。
Good for you, Skaga's got a cancer, doesn't she? Seems like she's gonna buy you one more than requested.
とっさに適当なこと言わなきゃよかった。
Alright, might as well head back to the dorm. We'll be alone for a while, but there's no reason that has to disrupt our normal When I turned my gaze on Michiru, I discovered her cheeks have flushed an alarming shade of red, running in temperature perhaps. What's wrong? Again with the sudden fevers? Should really consider seeing a doctor.
大丈夫。そうね。普段と変わらずに行きましょう。よろしく。
Fine, really? Acting really strangely considering.
おかしくないもん。じゃあ、私先に部屋に帰ってるわね。それじゃあ。にゃー。
With those words, Michiru clumped off into the dorm in a repeat of her imitation goose-stepping march. At the time, I thought it was a fairly casual conversation, but that was a misjudgment on my part. Michiru spent the rest of the day holed up in a room. That wasn't too alarming, but the exact same thing happened the next day. Struck me as odd. Still, I figured the girl had her reasons. In the end, Michiru hadn't even shown her face until a little after noon on the third day. I'm lounging around reading a young adult novel by the name of Bun Bun Donkino when I spot Michiru out at the corner of my eye. She's hovering awkwardly at the edge of the lobby. Is that an actual book? Is that like an actual fucking book? Hold on. It is not an actual book.
Yeah, they probably just came up with it.
Probably. But at the same time, they have just used several actual book names before, so gotta be careful.
Careful of what? It's like we're gonna get in trouble if they used it.
No, careful if we miss a fucking reference.
Oh, this is true. Because then we could make jokes about the reference.
That and people that know the reference are gonna be mean to us. It's called us stupid.
I could call that anyways. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah, it makes sense. Her voice is too quiet for an attempt at getting my attention. Perhaps we should just ignore her. Then again, she's finally left her room for the first time in days. I suppose being basic social etiquette would dictate approaching her on my own initiative. What's wrong, Michiru? Need something? A greeting was somewhat abrupt, but Michiru's response was an instant shriek of rejection. Pretty impressive reflexes. Let's see, in that case, I'll return to my reading. There's got something to say, why don't you spit it out? It's never easy with this girl. After 3 full days shut up in a room, this is all she has to say. What's her deal anyway? Not that I can't really care so long as she doesn't interrupt my reading. Find the page where I left off and return to the world of fiction. but soon enough I'm emphatically rejected from that pleasant refuge. Specifically, she slaps the book out of my hands. I could have dodged, but decided it best to allow the girl to do what she pleases.
ちょっと君、何考えてるの？
At the moment, I'm thinking about picking up the book that just fell to the floor.
そうじゃないでしょ？どういうこと？何あの態度？何なの？バカなの？偉そうにしちゃって。もしかして大王気取り？あれか。イカのつもりか。いい夢、イカ気取りか。
You finally show yourself. I'd really like to know who you are this time.
何度言わせるの？私は私でしょ？ねえ、そこ座っていい？
Listen, just threaten that you'll do the exact opposite of what she fucking wants if she doesn't finally act. Say something clearly. Michiru points next to where I'm sitting, then roughly drops down before I can say a word in response. Her, you don't like that, and how about this too attitude reminds me of a combined forces assault.
でね、ユージ君。君ね、女心分かってないな。
Sounds like it's gonna be a lengthy discussion. Maybe I should make some coffee first.
いらない。あのね、知ってる？この子はさっき声かけるまでに何十回も部屋で練習してたのよ。でも結局緊張でできなかった。なんでかわかる？
Because she was too busy playing Monster Hunter Rise, apparently. Insufficient effort on our part, clearly. Guess she'd better practice more.
違う。全然違う。そういうことじゃないよね。つまりさ、緊張して、ドキドキして、声がかけられなかったわけ。
Well, I feel nervous at this point. We're hardly strangers, and we only cleared up the unpleasantries between us. Surely there's nothing to feel awkward about.
君がそうでも、この子はそうじゃないの。だから女心がわかんないって言われんのよ。
I really don't think that's true.
何を言っても分かってくれなそうだから、単刀直入、一発必中で伝えます。ちゃんと聞いて。
Fine, spare me the attitude, just say it already. After a light snap with the fingers, Michiru earnestly rests a hand on top of my thigh.
デートしてほしいの。この子と。
Date, eh? You'll need to elaborate. I don't understand why I should go on a date with you.
だから、私じゃないってば。この子と。分かった？それで、君から誘ってくれない？
Hold on a second. Why do I have to go on a date with Michiru? And even if I did have some obligation along those lines, I don't understand why it matters that I proposed the idea.
分からない？分かんないの？分かるでしょ。
An expression of genuine surprise on her face, Michiru peers into my eyes.
この子が恥ずかしがりだからよ。それに怖いのよ。もし断られたら、今後どう接していいかわからないじゃない。
Well, does she know how to face him even if she's literally not asking him anything? Seemingly not. So if she's gonna be fucking embarrassed and scared, if she's gonna talk to him normally, or if she's gonna ask him out on a date, just ask him out on a date. Because that'll at least fucking stir up the status quo. Oh, she's never been turned down before.
そうじゃなくて、デート自体したことないのよ。少なくとも、私が見てるうちはそんなことは一回もなかった。だからね、誘って。
I refuse.
なんで？
Hey, she got shook up! An answer to Richu's unpredictable response, I clear my throat and begin to explain. Why do you get to decide this? If Michiru really wants me to date, or she can try saying so herself, moving things along while she isn't here, strikes me as meddling.
こんな に説明しても分かってくれないなんて本当に頭カッチカチですね。
Personally, I think holding a conversation with someone like you demonstrates a fair degree of mental flexibility.
うるさい。
God
そう
damn.
やっていつまでも長々と説明してればいいじゃない。はいはい、わかりましたよ。そうですか、そうですか。
Michiru stands from her seat, flaps her hands around in an exaggerated gesture of exasperation.
本当に君ってめんどくさい人。
Not sure if you're one to be talking, little Miss Trouble. Giving thought to myself, I pick up the fallen paperback book and search the page I'd left off on. Previously, Michiru told me she found it frightening to have problems solved behind her back. Not about to start agreeing to secret plans for her benefit. Running my eyes along the printed lines, I returned to enjoying the story. But after a little while, I once again feel the gaze of a certain someone on my face.
あのね。
Her voice clearly came out louder and higher in pitch than she expected. With a surprised little start, she takes it from the top.
あのね。
What's wrong, the usual Michiru?
いつもの？そうよ。いつものミチルよ。別に貴重なんてしてないんだからね。
Not quite what I meant, but whatever.
あのね、暇でしょ？あんたさ、暇よね。
Actually, I was busy doing nothing, so sorry. I flattened the book in my hands in her general direction. I'm reading.
あ、いや、そうじゃなくて、ほら、暇でしょ？退屈でしょ？退屈だから本を読んでるんでしょ？
Oh, really? You do know I enjoy books, right? Even if I were to run out of reading material and find myself with nothing else to do, I'd be perfectly content rereading a book from the beginning.
じゃあ別の聞き方。あんたさ、忙しくて仕方ない？もうやることが多くて即死。
I'm having a hard time imagining how one could become busy to the point of instant death. Actually, that's not that hard to imagine. In fact, you live in Japan, you should have plenty of news reports on how that fucking works. Anyways, but either way, I can't say my plate is particularly full at the moment.
でしょ？そうよね、そうだよね。私もさ、そう言うと思ってね。実はね、私も忙しくないのよね。逆に暇なのよ。これすごくない？こんな広い世界にそんなに忙しくもない二人が出会うなんて奇跡じゃない？
Sure, that's nice. Alright, I'm gonna go back to my book now.
ちょっと待って、そういうことじゃなくてね。つまりさ、だからさ、せっかく寮に二人きりなんだし、奇跡的なほどの忙しくなささだし。
I don't know why, but I randomly had the thought that Yuji and Blonde would actually be kind of a match made in heaven.
Maybe.
いつもと違うことしてもいいんじゃないかって。
Not necessarily. Alright, I'm gonna get back to my book now.
ちょっと待って。だからね、ほら、ね。ダメか。これダメか。にゃー。わかった。寝ます。帰って寝ます。
Mitch is so transparently desperate I can't help feeling a little sympathy. I suppose it can't hurt to play along with the girls' games. Well, hold on. I think you know I do a regular training course every morning, but tomorrow I was thinking about doing a little running later on as well. What do you think? Want to come along on a little afternoon marathon?
行く。
Fearsomely rapid response!
いや、別に行きたいわけじゃないんだからね。でも、そうだ、スケジュール調べないと。ほら、予定が入ってるかもしれないし。
Misha turns her back to me and begins rustling around furtively. What, you got a day planner on you?
うせはね、こっち見ないでよね。今スケジュールの確認に忙しいんだから。
How do we take a look?
やれ、いいから待ってて、今確認中。
Michiru pretends to tap buttons on a calculator. Apparently, it is her idea of what checking a schedule involves. Well, manage to adjust your schedule. Any conflicting appointments?
なかった。
God, you can hear the sound of the wind just passing through her skull unobstructed in that response.
Oh my god.
I see. In that case, be in front of the school gate at 1 in the afternoon tomorrow. I'll take her along with me.
いや、そうね。わかったわ。あんた遅れたら承知しないからね。その浮かれてる的な意味じゃなくて、時間厳守的な意味のみで承知しないからね。
Fine, sure, whatever.
それじゃあ、あんたがそこまで言うなら仕方ないから明日。
Kate doesn't want to show the game, so I can't make a joke about her playing it unless I just go into my friends list on Steam and check what it could have possibly been. Wolfenstein: The New Order, it seems, like the top of the thumbnail, at least at the top of the user of the profile picture, at least tells me so.
Hell yeah, I love Wolfenstein.
Like, at the very least, they didn't show the head of Gallica. I don't remember his, I don't recognize his name at all. The one playing Wolfenstein I do recognize too. I literally added him like yesterday. It'd be kind of sad if I already can't recognize the man. Michiru, I don't recall begging.
何も言わなくていいから。危ない危ない。
Well, let's close.
いいからね、仕方ないから明日行くからね。それじゃあ。
Zon was agreed that Michiru would join in my training. It's planning a fairly long distance course though. Wonder if she'll be alright. She won't. Also, I don't remember saying a word about a date. The next day I got out of bed at 4:45 a.m. as usual, and after some quick preparations, head outside for my early morning jog.
God damn.
What the fuck? But as I
That's
emerge,
what I'm saying. What did she get into?
like she's getting too hyped up about the run, so she just like has a full-on fucking exercise equipment in her bag. Like she just arrives at the fucking meetup spot with a fucking treadmill on her back. I'm ready. But as I emerge into the lobby, I hear a strange clattering sound on Michiru's room upstairs. I haven't heard anything about the girl tossing and turning in her sleep. I wonder if something happened. Well, I guess it's nothing worth worrying about. At my normal time, I run my normal distance at my normal pace. Nothing out of the ordinary whatsoever, but such irregularity is precisely the point of a routine course like this. Head back to my room, take a light shower to rinse off my sweat, boil my beans, and have my breakfast. While masticating steadily away, I ponder a certain philosophical dilemma. Do beans have emotion? Yuji, my man, are you sure those are just normal beans, or do you have like some fucking drugs mixed in there?
I think he's hiding something.
Some claim that cacti can sense human feelings. What then of the bean? They don't scream when you boil them, but perhaps some among them know how to use their bean. I mean, apparently, like, scientists recently found out that plants are 100% aware that you're eating them. So yeah, haha,
Good.
vegans, you don't get to eat plants anymore. Okay, don't stop.
I want the plants to be to feel fear.
I'm not a vegetarian because I want to because I want to save the animals. I'm a vegetarian because I say fuck plants.
Fuck them. Exactly.
Deforestation? Hell yeah. Plants might be aware of the world in their own unknowable way. And such hypothesis, even vegetarians would be monstrous mass murderers. Brandishing their cruel shining knives, they gruesomely flay innocent carrots, chop their bodies into sections, and consume them to the core. Perhaps you should put a price on the head of those habitually cornflake crunching serial killers.
Did someone kill this man?
I'm on it. Gotta think when my stocks are depleted. There's no time to be thinking of idiotic puns. Without such an amino around, I have no one to rely on for the procurement of my foodstuffs but myself. Suppose I'll take a quick break and then head to the supermarket. Feeling the calm mid-morning sunlight on my skin, I'm almost tempted to set off for another run before my afternoon training. But there's no point to excessive exercise unless you're a masochist who finds pleasure in making your body scream.
He's just like me for real.
Of course, the act of running can be pleasant in its own right. I myself sometimes head out for a jog merely to change my mood. It's just a matter of moderation. I make my way back to the dorm, bags full of beans in both hands. I bought in bulk today. If I had slightly more goodness in my heart, I could probably get every small furry animal in the 3-mile radius through the winter with these. Then again, receiving a mountain of nuts outside my room in the spring from my grateful forest friends would be a serious nuisance. I think I'll consume these beans on my own. With this much in stock, my basic needs should be met for some time. What on earth is that? There's a woman acting strangely in front of our gate. She digs into the ground with her tiptoes for a moment, only to abruptly twirl around in a circle on the spot. I mean, she does look very adorable. Not fit at all for a run, though. Don't tell me that's Michiru. What on earth is the girl doing? I sincerely doubt the outside world will prove nearly as tolerant to her peculiar taste and headwear as we have. I did tell her to tag along on my afternoon training, but that's still a good 3 hours away. What's her objective here? Time to meet you. What exactly are you doing out here? After this undignified shriek of surprise, Michiru stares at me with a blank, dumbstruck expression. From all appearances, she seems to be in a state of shock. Is there something wrong with the girl? I see what's going on. It's only clear now that I've approached her, because she has numerous bandages on her fingertips. Don't tell me that that mangy cat bit her and passed on some strange disease. I did vaccinate the thing, but maybe it was too late. Hello? Do you recognize me? Pull yourself together. Man's weighted negatively, actually. So on.
だから待ったって聞いてるのよ。ごめんなさいね。ちょっとのんびりしちゃったかしら。はははは。
An improbable theory pushes its way into my mind. Please don't tell me she's seriously come to our meeting place a full 3 hours early.
どうしたのよ。ねえ、そんな顔して。
Michiru, my friend, it's still a good 3 hours before the arranged time. When asked, did you wait long? I can only respond, no. In fact, I hadn't even begun.
あらそう。それはよかったわ。ふふふ。
Is this girl even hearing what I'm saying to her? Okay, Michiru, listen carefully. I'm just coming back from shopping at the supermarket by the station. And my training isn't for hours. I wasn't waiting for you. And I'm not going yet.
どういうこと？
Barry B! Total War!
Hell yeah.
Skull for the skull throne. Can you seriously not understand us? Supermarket bags is dangling from both hands. Stand there my supermarket bag's still dangling from both hands. I stand there dumbfounded. She was completely off in her own little world.
あ、何それ？トレーニング用の豆？
Meet your peas in my plastic bag with a face full of confusion. Beans have nothing to do with training. Listen, I'm going to head back to my room to drop these off, so just stay where you are for now. Guess there's no helping it. I'll bring my schedule forward somewhat.
ごめんなさいね。なんだか私が早く来たみたいになっちゃって。
Almost like. Well, whatever. Incidentally, we'll be running on a road used by civilians, so remove the cap before we go.
猫？
Yes, the one on your cranium.
頭に？ああ、本当だ。猫にゃ、どいておきなさい。デートなんだから。にゃー。えへへへ。えへへへ。
I cannot deny that this is actually fucking adorable.
It is.
Actually, I just noticed. Hold on. Okay, never mind. I thought like every time you emoted a goat on something on a picture that I sent earlier, because now there's an emote for from Cactus on the picture of me holding the teapot. I thought like, wait, hold on, were all those emotes by Cactus? No, they weren't. Like he has he's not been stalking us.
I'm usually the one that does the goat emote.
You're disturbing me, woman. Alright then, stand by for the moment. Oh, understood.
えへへへ。
Honestly, I have no idea what the girl's thinking. I just said she could come along from a training ride. Part of that prompted that simpering grin. In the first place, is she seriously planning to run in those clothes? Even a pair of sneakers would have earned partial credit, but no such luck. Then again, hardly any point in complaining now. I'm the one who authorized her to come to accompany me. Suddenly, I have a roll. Suppose I have to roll with it.
えへえへへへ。
Feline has reclaimed its perch.
いつの間に？
How do you not notice something like that? And there is only head not functional.
猫にゃ、ほら、今日だけはね。後で遊んであげるから、ほら。にゃー。はあ、危なかった。
I have no idea what was. I have no idea what was close to what. Strange woman. I'll place a cat on your cranium. Perhaps she's aware that U.S. Marines used to tie ropes around their heads to enable allies high in the rigging to distinguish friend from foe. They just wear a hat with a four-leaf emblem on the top each. That insignia is some like a iconized version of the rope they used in the old days.
そうする。へへ、なんか帽子が似合うって言われちゃったよ。えへへ。
I mean, to be fair, imagine her without the twin tails, with this outfit and like a sun hat.
She would look very nice.
Yes, and I don't think I said anything of the sort, actually. I'd say, though, your clothes today leave a different impression than usual.
あ、いや、そうかな。わかる？
Yeah, I've got the feeling you put in some real effort.
入ってないもん。ただの普段着です。全く普通。っていうか、山で拾った服です。
Matter of fact, my impression was that you bought several outfits yesterday and carefully chose this one from the menu you tried out this morning. Was I mistaken?
なんでそう思うわけ？ け。
You weren't in the dorm much yesterday, and you came back with bags from clothing stores in both hands. Also, I heard you clattering around first thing in the morning.
そんなことないもん。バカ。それではデイトレーニング出発。オラオラ行くわよ。
No troublesome woman.
ほらユージ、掛け声は
Hey, hey, ho.
もっと元気よくでしょ。ほら、
Hey, hey, whore! Wait, what?
あ
Don't worry about it. What's the matter, Yosaku? Thought you were being energetic.
誰がよさくよ。あんた、これ、
Something wrong?
なんで同じ場所ばっかり走るのよ。学園の敷地の周囲を延々とぐるぐる回ってるかと思ったら、今度行ったり来たり。
It's easier to calculate your distance that way, right? And consistent road conditions are best for training purposes.
そりゃそうかもしれないけどさ。そもそも3時間も休憩なしってどういうことよ。
Huh? We took regular breaks, didn't we? 5 minutes every hour, what's the problem?
短い。果てしなく短いのよ。ねえ、お腹空かない。ちょっとここらで。ねえ。
Oh, there's apparently like fucking... like a small piece of fucking... like... herbs from my fucking dinner just unlodged itself from my teeth, I guess.
Is that normal?
Well, you eat something that has a lot of herbs, it's just gonna happen.
Right, that's true.
Like I ate like a fucking tuna with like a sauce that has a lot of dill in it. Suppose you have a point. It is around that time of day. Some lengthy break might be in order.
そうしよう。ご休憩。
Face brightening, Michiru points towards the high spot she is so fond of.
あそこがいい。ピクニックするならあそこ。
A picnic, we went back to the dorm meeting there and then resuming our training.
やだの。そうじゃなくて。ほら、あそこでシート広げてお弁当のトレーニングしましょう。ね。
Field training in the distribution of portable rations, eh? Well, I suppose it can't hurt.
でしょ。ほらね。じゃあ行こう。レッツラドーン。
That's what? Not energetic all of a sudden. シート。
何？
Meet you, my friend. Well, your head.
ん？わかんないわね。とりあえずシート敷いちゃうからね。
Michiru retrieves a woven wooden basket from somewhere or other, thrusts her hands inside, and withdraws a plastic picnic sheet.
はい。じゃあパパッと広げちゃうね。おりゃ。
As she expands the sheet, it twists wildly in midair and falls to the ground in a tangled lump.
もう一回。
He tries again, but the exact same powerful jerk naturally produces the exact same results. Impressive in a way. Such utter ineptitude that something as basic as spreading out a sheet must be fairly rare. Give it here, I'll do it. Look. So and so.
すごい。もしかしてユージってビニールシートのプロ？
There's no such profession.
でもほら、街中で段ボールとビニールシートで。
Stop. Please, say no more. Understand. Yes, those people are pros. I'm an amateur.
では座りましょうかね。
Cheerfully taking off her shoes, Michiru sits down on the soft plastic sheet. When I remove my sneaks and follow, she places our shoes on the four corners of the sheet.
こうするとね、めくれない。
True enough, clever.
へへへ。それじゃあご飯の時間ですよ。さあユージくん、なんだと思う？
Sandwiches, I imagine.
なんでそう思っちゃった？
You normally don't make your own food, so it seems unlikely that you cooked rice and prepared side dishes. Sandwich just involves cutting bread and stuffing an ingredient, so it strikes me the more plausible possibility. Also, those band-aids on your fingers, I initially thought you might have gotten scratched by the cat, but now I'm thinking you've nicked yourself with a kitchen knife. So anyways, what did you make?
サンドイッチです。
I see. Well, I'll get on with it. All this talk made me hungry.
本当に？よし、ちゃんと残さず食べるんですよ。
The girl plays their offering on the sheet. It's an entire loaf of plain bread, its interior gouged out and stuffed with salad. I fully expected the cooking to be incompetent, but I never anticipated such a novel technique. I don't think you could call this a sandwich, actually.
へへ。ほら、ユージは運動をすごくするから、サンドよりクリヌキーの方がいいかなって。そういうとこ、男の子だよね。
I'm not gonna eat this thing.
なんでひどくない？頑張って作ったのに。
Not relevant. I don't like your disrespectful treatment of valuable provisions. Well, I suppose there's no helping it today, but expect severe punishment the next time you pull a stunt like this.
厳罰って何？
Slap to the face.
やだ、それやだ。じゃあもう今後は気をつけます。
Fucking neck on you on his engi. Why are you laughing?
だって今後ってことはまたこうして二人でお弁当を食べる機会があるってことでしょ？
That's not what I meant. I'm just telling you to treat food with respect.
ふふん。まあいいからいいから召し上がれ。
My admonition seems to have been brushed off. I grab Michiru by pigtails, pull her face to extremely close range, and repeat myself. Hold it. It's not all good. Listen carefully. Treat food with respect. Alright, glad to see you've gotten the message.
何よ、怖いんだから。せっかくのデートだっていうのに。
But you're whining. Oh, then I'll have some.
あ、変な泣き方した。
Misha's cooking looked beyond terrible. The taste isn't bad. Not to say that it's particularly good either, but the gap with its appearance works in her favor. Or perhaps I was simply hungry. As I crammed a huge lump of bread into my mouth, Michiru watches with a bright smile on her face.
美味しかった？
Suppose so. Exceeds expectation, let's say. Either way, you worked hard on that, right? It'd be a bad manners to turn up my nose.
頑張って作ったなんて今年言ったっけ？
Yes, you did. Anything to drink?
そう言うと思って用意しました。ポーポー茶。
Never heard of it.
嘘、知らないの？飲んでます。ポーポー茶のあの CM の。
Like I said, no, I don't really care. Hurry up and give it here.
飲んでますって斬新なフレーズだったのにな。飲むってなんだよみたいな。はい、お茶。
Michiru passed me this mysterious beverage in a thermos. Tastes like that of a perfectly normal blended tea.
風が気持ちいいね、ここは。いつ来ても。
Sure enough, I think I sort of understand what this cat likes it so much.
猫？ああ、猫にゃ。じゃなくて、あれか、これか。にゃー。
When acting outside like this, Michiru certainly doesn't seem like a problem child. She looks like a normal girl you'd find anywhere.
お、何見てんだ？
Nothing. Alright, guess we should get back to the dorm.
またほら。ねえ、またこういうことをしよう。別にほら、したくてするわけじゃないのよ。
I'm not.
お互いに。ああ、じゃなくて、暇じゃなくて、ほら、忙しくないわけでしょ。だったらね、こんなことしても いい
Michiru's
わよね。
completely forgotten her tsundere attitude and her desperation. She really is a normal girl, isn't she? Right down to the comical array of bandages on her fingers. Do you really want to date me that badly?
ね、そんなこと。ああ、違うわよ。これはね、暇つぶしのただの遊びなのよ。デートじゃなくて、デートごっこよ、ごっこ。だから、ごっこならね、いくらしたっていいじゃない。
Pretend, eh?
そう、ごっこです、ごっこ。
Pretend! It's all pretend! Cut to black. Cut back to the picture. She's fucking in bed next to him like... So about the pretending, huh? What?!
Just very, very good pretending.
Alright, since it's a game, I don't see any problem with that. You went out of your way to buy yourself cute clothes, so it would be wasteful to only use them once. Suppose we can play again.
本当に？
Nah, it's just a play date, right? Combat draws an actual battle.
そうよ、そう。いざ実戦を迎える前の演習なのよ。じゃあそういうことで、またね、デート、ごっこしようね。
For the time being, we're gonna run another 5 kilometers or so today. How about 20 for the next date?
ああ、ですよね。
You have a complaint?
いや、それでいいです。はい。
He's gonna make a fucking soldier out of her at this point, at this rate. After putting away the plastic sheet, we set off for a little light post-prandial exercise. Well, I think you can keep up. You can always head back to the dorm first if you want.
一緒に行く。
Let's see, what's the watchword then?
えいおー！
Michiru's grinning as she jogs towards me. Somehow there's a slight smile of amusement on my face as well. The wind is unceasingly pleasant. The sea below is infinitely wide. When I leave my room in the morning for my daily marathon, I found Michiru standing in the lobby with a beaming smile on her face. Surely this is what it looks like. But it's probably best to ask for safety's sake. What are you doing out here at this hour, woman?
忘れたの？デートごっこするんでしょ？約束したじゃない。
No, I didn't forget. It was impulsive of me, but I did indeed promise the girl more pretend dates. That said, it's currently 5 in the morning. Does she seriously expect me to play house at this hour? Yes, I agreed to that, but I have my own life as well. Running in the morning is my daily routine. You're aware of that, aren't you?
知ってるわよ。
And what time is it right now?
5時。朝の。
So, what do you want from me?
デートごっこ行きませんか？
No, I think that I may have, as I may have mentioned, I'm going for a run right now.
へえ、昨日約束したのに。嘘つき、嘘つき。
Misa's face crumples with disappointment. The girl looks about ready to burst into tears, but for the moment she focuses on swinging her arms wildly in my general direction. Movements are clumsy in the extreme, but also unpredictable. Every once in a while, an amateur haphazard swing can become a KO punch to the chin out of sheer random chance. Take a careful step back with an attempt to negotiate. Don't jump to conclusions. Yes, I promised. I'm just saying that the crack of dawn isn't a reasonable time for a play date.
へえ。だったら何時からならいいんですか？
Let's see, a little past noon, just like yesterday. Seems more appropriate.
わかった。じゃあそれで決定ね。あんた、もしその時間にどっかに逃げたりしたら承知しないからね。
Sky tilted her light, apparently. I won't run or hide. In the meantime, I should come up with some place for us to go.
立てていいの予定。私がつまりデートプラン？ごっこの。
That's right. You have any problem with that?
いや、ほら、普通デートの予定って男女のカップルだったら男の人が考えるものじゃない。女の人が希望を言って男の人がそれを組む。
So, what? So we're not just doing the play dates, we're pretending to be lovers?
まあそういうことよ。そもそもデートってそういうものでしょ？え、違うの？そうよね。
I understand what you're trying to say. In that case, I'll retain my decision-making power. How does this sound? This sound as a plan for the day's date. After a light round of jump squats, we proceed to the death-defying one-rope bridge. Then, after removing any watches or other metal objects in your person.
待って、いいです。私が決めます。お任せください。
Why the blueprint was just starting to come together?
いいです。というか大丈夫です。私が完璧にやってみせますから。
Alright then, let's go with that.
はい。では、いってらっしゃいまし。
Michiru waves goodbye with a big smile on her face. Something seems to be missing from this picture. I'll just ask for clarity's sake, I suppose. Michiru, my friend.
何?
Weren't you supposed to be at Tsundere?
そうよ。そうに決まってるじゃない。あんたなんかね、走ってる途中で海に落ちちゃえばいいのよ。
Okay, I think randomly wishing horrible deaths on your acquaintances is less tsundere and more twisted. Indeed, perhaps I should just fall into the sea. But if I do happen to plunge into the watery grave this morning, I imagine you'll come to deeply regret making such a thoughtless joke. Every night I appear in your dreams, standing at the foot of your bed, dripping wet, resentment burning in my eyes. Alright then, I'll be going now.
いやー待て、それは重い。軽い気持ちで罵倒したにしては報いが重すぎる。
I imagine so. Let that be a lesson to you.
いってらっしゃい。無事に帰ってきてね。
Oh look, you can't say a proper goodbye after all. Should have been honest with yourself from the start.
せいえい。いってら。
And so I was able to safely complete my routine. Daily training of this sort is meaningful precisely because you perform it without fail. No matter how small your stride may be, what's important is to keep steadily putting one foot in front of the other. Surprisingly, many people may get it completely backward. When an amateur signs up for a sports gym, they frequently exercise for hours on the very first day without a thought for the consequences, doing more harm than good to their bodies. Workout schedules needs to be approached systematically to ensure a steady daily amount of exercise suited to your physical capabilities. Otherwise, you'll quit after a week with nothing but aches and pains for your trouble. When I return to the door, Michiru seems to be obediently standing by in her room in preparation for her afternoon outing. I was worried about the possibility of a panting, saliva-spewing greeting in the manner of a dog impatiently awaiting its walk, but it seems things aren't quite that bad. Even after taking my shower, there's still plenty of time for our 1 p.m. date. I threw myself down on the bed to read one of the books Kaki left me before her departure. Today I've got a first-person work of reportage written by a war photographer. I've covered wars, you know! Unlike fiction, the book captures a vivid slice of reality. Very interesting stuff.
I don't know why, but that's funny. I know that reference. Oh, that's Dead Rising.
Smile for the camera! Fucking plunger him. I'm moving on from Dead Rising memes to fucking Marvel vs. Capcom memes. There's even a few comic anecdotes, like the time he tried to exchange money inside a disputed region and got handed a stack of newspaper bills with a few real notes on top, at the bottom. Clever swindle takes advantage of the natural assumption someone's not going to cheat you so blatantly face to face. Simple, effective bit of misdirection, almost like a sleight of hand trick. God, I don't know why that reminds me, like, is this your card? No? Check under your foreskin. Let me reiterate, it is not magic, it is sleight of hand. Lythero reference. Alright, I've remembered the exact voice line that Frank West has in Marvel vs. Capcom. Fantastic! There we go. All of a sudden I noticed that 1 p.m. has come and gone. Bit of a surprise. I would have expected Michiru to come drag me away by now. Deciding I might as well wait for her to show up, I reach out for another book. but for some reason I found myself unable to concentrate. Ticking my clock seemed strangely loud all of a sudden. I can't maintain my usual focus on the printed word. Oh, I suppose I might as well head over myself. Mumbling to no one in particular, I dropped my book and head for Michiru's room. Michiru, you in there? It's about time, isn't it? Knock on the door and call out, but received no response. So there was a possibility she had to leave on some pressing business, I suppose. So she could have at least said something to me, but, well, that's her choice to make. The girl can do as she pleases. You're that same cat, aren't you? Black cat that's recently spent most of its time fused to Michiru's skull pushes the door open, poking its face outside. If there's animals here, it seems quite possible that Michiru is still in her room as well. Or she didn't respond to my voice at all. So trouble, maybe. Michiru, I'm coming in. When I reach out for the doorknob, the black cat pulls back in a panic. Seems a little beast so strong he dislikes me. I enter the room slowly, keeping an eye out for booby traps out of an abundance of caution. Inside I find Michiru lying face down on her bed, breathing in the soft and regular manner of a contented sleeper. I was prepared for the possibility of something seriously wrong, so I have to admit there's a bit of an anticlimax. Slipping in, are we? After all that squawking this morning, you're a carefree one. Cat hops on the bed and licks Michiru's cheek repeatedly, but she doesn't even stir. Come to think of it, the girl tagged along for a full 15 kilometers of running yesterday. Hardly surprised she'd be exhausted. It wasn't a particularly impressive distance by my standards, but for a typical female student, I suppose it was a praiseworthy effort. Well, calling this woman typical strikes me as somewhat problematic, but I'll save that debate for another day.
今夜も一緒に
Kat and I look at each other and share their equivalent of a wry smile. Michiru's face appears to be resting on a fashion magazine. There's a picture of the outfit she wore yesterday circled in a red permanent marker. Even after all that exercise, I'm getting the feeling she was up late last night. In which case, I'd probably be more considerate to let her sleep instead of dragging her outside. I give the cat a single pat on the head, causing it to flee immediately, and turn to leave. Got some rest. We'll cancel today's date. Ah!
ちょっと待って。起きてるのよ。寝てないよ、全然。
Let's go back to sleep, alright? No reason to push yourself.
無理してないもん。起きます、起きます。
Michiru forced out the words while glaring weakly at me through half-open eyes. Her claims rendered even less convincing when she raised her feet and promptly staggers to the side, very nearly trampling her pet.
ほらね、起きとるでしょが。はいにゃ。
Listen, just go back to bed. There's no reason to pointlessly exacerbate your exhaustion.
にゃ、そんなことない。拾ってない。ちょっと寝不足なだけ。
See, how much did you get last night?
約8分。
8 minutes. That's not even a nap. A woman get back in that bed and sleep long enough to secrete your growth hormones properly.
やだの、寝ないの。行くの、デート行くの。
Well, if you insist, let's get going then. Make preparations in the next 30 seconds.
無理です。
Suppose not. You have 5 minutes then. I'll wait outside.
行くかどうかなんてわからないけど、行ってあげるんだからね。
Just how long will it take this girl to get a solid grasp on the Tsundere concept anyway?
I think she's new to the whole thing.
In all movies, they often represent the time wasted waiting for women with a pile of cigarette butts on the ground. But these days, there's heightened social and legal pressure regarding both public smoking and littering, so that's become a pretty rare sight. What then can take the place of that image as visual shorthand for a man kept waiting by a woman? A red battery icon on the cell phone you've been using to browse the internet? Not really feeling the atmosphere in that one. In the first place, it's so easy to send messages these days that waiting in vain might well be a less frequent phenomenon than before. Still pondering these matters when Michiru appears, complete with cat hat. It's been exactly 5 minutes since I left her room.
お待たせ。待ったかしら。何よ、不満そうな顔して。何か文句でもあるの？
Didn't anyone ever tell you to arrive 5 minutes early to your appointments?
当たり前でしょ。5分で準備しろって言われて5分前行動できたら、それはもう何？それはもう何かじゃない。
Please define whatchamacallit.
なんかこう時間を操る謎の人物、謎のタイムパラドクサー。
Time thief redoer. she just pulls out a duel disc and summons Time Thief Redoer. Hold on. I do need this for a meme right now, real quick.
Okay.
Do need this for a meme real quick. Shifter. Context: Shifter is a card that, honest to God, should not fucking exist. Shifter as a card is literally just no one gets to play the game for 2 turns. Because I didn't like the fact that you went first. Because every card, instead of being sent to the graveyard, is instead banished.
That sounds fun.
It's not.
Yeah, I was being
Actually, hold on,
sarcastic.
what's the next... What's the exact text on the card, actually? Oh, there we go. Dimension Shifter. If you have no cards in your graveyard, quick effect. You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard until the end of your next turn. Any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead.
Ouch.
It is literally just I didn't like the fact that you went first. Fuck you card.
Somewhat understandable.
Which becomes worse considering Tenpai exists now. A deck that is specifically made to go second, but entirely does not care about Shifter.
It just ignores Shifter's effects.
No, Tenpai doesn't care about the fact that some of its cards are banished. Hold on.
Okay, well it sounds like that deck is just meant to counter Shifter.
It's not. The issue isn't it's countering Shifter. It's the fact that it can just play through Shifter without a fucking issue. Like, I would love to read out like some of the fucking Tenpai effects, but it's literally only giving me the German versions. There we go. Tenpai Dragon Fedora. Fedora.
What?
Fedora, specifically. Fedora. If this card is normal, special summoned, or at the start of the damage step, if a monster battles, you can target one level 5 or lower fire monster in your graveyard, special summon it. You can use this effect of Tenpai Dragon Fedora once per turn. Your fire dragons cannot be destroyed by battle. Once per turn during your battle phase, you can quick effect. Immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon using this card you control. Then we have, that's again German. Then we have Tenpai Dragon Pi Drive. This card is normal special summon. You can add to your hand one set one Sangen spell trap from your deck. You can only use this effect of Tenpai Dragon Pi Drive once per turn. You take no battle damage from battles involving your fire dragon monsters. Once per turn during the battle step, you can quick effect immediately after this effect resolve synchro summon using this card you control. And essentially, it just pumps out 8,000 damage anyways. Like, easily. Even if all their... Like, a lot of their effects are like, oh, like, I synchro something and then I summon something back. But they don't need to when they can just get out a fucking Trident Dragon with 6,000 attack, then it can attack 3 times.
It doesn't sound necessary.
It's bullshit. Okay, let's get going already. I'll leave you behind.
いや待ちなさいよね。あれ本当に置いてかないでよ。待ってよ。というわけで考えました。デートプラン。
Good, let's hear it.
松島みちる様と行く0泊1日三島崎海の旅。
Michiru delivers the line with all the triumphant flair of a strutting peacock. The beach. We just went a few weeks ago.
いやね、あれはダメだ。なかったことにしたい。知ってる？
According to Michiru, while I was off swimming with Armin and Makina, she'd been forcibly enlisted by Sachi to help construct the ultra-massive work of sand art. And in the end, the enormous castle they'd spent hours creating ended up collapsing just before they finished, trapping her underneath.
私、砂で身動き取れなくなって、何ニアムファルコンの船長かっつうぐらい固まってね。
Okay, random fucking Star Wars reference.
その上近所の子供に、これ以上は言えない。とにかくひどかったんだから。
Did the kid from the neighborhood not know she was buried under the sand and just took a piss on the sand? Oh no. I see, I have to say though, it's a bit of a boring choice from my perspective.
何言ってんのよ。二人なら楽しいよねぐらいのこと言いなさいよ。デートなんだから。
Understandably.
ごっこだけどさ。
That said, I suppose I have a point. Just the two of us playing on the beach might not be so bad.
本当にそう思ってくれる？
No, but we're pretending like so I said it anyway.
そうですか。
So we set off walking to the nearest public beach. Not rushing along, not fleeing anxiously, a simple leisurely stroll. Unpleasant in its own right. Honestly, based on what this game shows us, like all I can imagine is because like this looks like a bus stop right here. Like I can imagine, all I can imagine is that you could literally turn around and you immediately see the view of the school. And based on that, the man has to roughly walk the same distance I have to walk into the city. So, what's up?
なんでもないや。手つなごうか。
Hands? I see, we're on a suit that day, so that seems appropriate.
うん。ごっこだもんね。
I reach out, Michiru momentarily jerks her hands away, but tentatively surrenders to my grasp. She's got a decidedly small hand, with rather thin fingers. Closer examination, there seems to be small white flecks on her nails. Are you eating properly? Your fingers don't seem to be getting adequate nutrients.
あんたよりはマシなもの食べてるつもりだけど。
I'm not sure a diet consistent of cheap sweets and takeout lunches can really be described as healthy, my friend.
うっさいわね。てか、そんな細かいとこまで見なくていいのよ。
True enough, this is a date after all. Alright then, I will now offer a more date-appropriate comment. You're in perfume, aren't you?
気づいた。
Smelled freesia and pink pepper at first. But I'm getting heliotrope and iris with a hint of sandalwood and synthetic musk underneath.
わかるの？
To some degree. Mostly intuition though. Anyways, there's no need to wear perfume, you smell nice naturally. Take a look at Michiru's hair in my free hand. I take a lock of Michiru's hair in my free hand and gently stroke it. After a moment I allow the strand of blonde hair to fall from my fingertips. It whispers against my skin as it goes. The cat watches me touch Michiru from its vantage point nearby, a supremely irritated look on its furry face.
いい匂いなんてしないもん。だって髪の毛色変えてるから、それの薬の匂いがするかなって思って。そんな。本当？
No, not really.
ね。
It's a lie. Like I said, I'm just pretending here. How many times do I have to say this? Why do you keep taking it so seriously?
じゃあ私だって言うもん。ごっこだからね。これごっことしての発言。
I understood the first time. No need to repeat yourself.
幼児にキスされた時ね。最初すごいびっくりしたの。だっていろいろ考えたけど答えが出なくて、頭がぐるぐるになって、それでもどうしてだろうってずっと考えてて、わかんないからもういいや、気にしないやって思ったんでもね。考えようとしてないのにユージのことが頭から離れなくなったの。たった一度のキスでこんな風になるって、私変なのかな。嘘だけどね。
It's because you're not used to it. Doubt about it that I'm the one who did it. Anybody would feel a little awkward over a sudden kiss, and without much experience, I can see how it would weigh on your mind.
そっか。ユージは何とも思わないの？
That's right. Didn't mean a thing to me.
キ
Just
ス
a moment
し
of
て。
physical contact.
それはユージが経験豊富だから。だからたった一度私とキスしたぐらい特別じゃないってこと？
Nah, that's the gist of it. No feelings attached.
そうなんだ。そっか。なんかだね。まあごっこ上の発言だから嘘だけど。
I was lying too, actually.
え、嘘なの？なんとも思わないって嘘なの？
Hold on, are you seriously planning to do this for every little thing I say? It's pretend date, so don't take anything out of my mouth seriously.
ごっこだけど、どこからどこまでが嘘なのか。せめて今のとこは本気で。あ、いや。なんでもない。わかんないや。
Michi scratches vigorously at her head in confusion and dismay. The cat, surprised by the sudden violent motion, leaps nimbly
い
away.
いか。今こうして一緒にいるんだし、こうして手をつないでるんだし。
Michi strongly squeezes my hand as she speaks, with a slightly sad look on her face belies her positive words. Seems my teasing has gone a little too far. Perhaps a consolatory gestures in order. Michi, my friend, as this is the date, I happen to have a present for you.
本当に？なんで？ユージ？
Close your eyes and hold out your hand. After a quick scan of the area, pick up a rock of moderate size lying on the dirt nearby, and then return and gently place this on Michi's open hand. Hey, have this rock I found!
何これ重いんだけど。あとゴリゴリしてんだけど。
Alright, you can open your eyes now. Michi just opens her eyes. Her palm rests a majestical lump of stone.
石？
Wanted that one for a while, right? Picked it up for you.
わーい！これずっと欲しかったねえ、これごっこだから、ごっこだからプレゼントが拾った石なの。
Right, it's a pretend date, so you get a rocket picked up off the ground. Now rejoice!
嬉しいよ、嬉しいよ。
I see you move to tears of joy, eh? Ha ha ha. Afterwards, with comments such as this is the hot color for fall, or collaborated with another designer for this one, I proceed to present Michiru with rock after rock. And every time Michiru answers, "No way, I'm so happy," or "Yay, what a nice surprise," then accepts my gifts with a great show of gladness. I see. Perhaps this dating thing is somewhat adorable after all. I offer rocks and receive joy in return. A strikingly surreal spectacle, if I do say so myself.
Are you a fucking crow?
No, the rocks aren't shiny enough.
Penguin?
I don't know, soon we get sight of Michiru's shark pouch bulging at the seams from its cargo of stone.
石重いよ。てかこれ、中には岩って呼んだ方がいい大きさのもあるよ。
Just normal when you're done. They're only rocks.
わかってるわよ。やってきました。
He's gonna like he's gonna like go for a swim in the water and immediately fucking sink because of the stones.
It was an assassination attempt all along.
Having stowed her bag and changed her swimsuit, Michiru joins me on the beach. Seems like the girl rented a large air mattress while she was at it. She's dragging behind her, apparently struggling with the weight. It's a good distance from here to the beach house. It's been relatively difficult carrying a float to that side all this while. Size. Again with that swimsuit, huh?
いいじゃない別に。にしても今日はなんでか知らないけどすっごく空いてるよね。夏休みなのに珍しい。
This area isn't exactly flourishing, I guess. When everyone thinks the beach must be packed today, sometimes barely anyone actually shows up. Not uncommon, actually.
ラッキーだね。さあ、マットも借りてきたし、これを浮かべて遊ぼう。誰にも邪魔されずに泳ぎ放題。あれ、なんでユージは制服着てるの？
Swimsuit-clad bottle blonde peers at me with a little confusion on her face. She honestly seems to have only just noticed. Strange woman. Listen, you didn't tell me where we were going to the beach until after we left the dorm. When exactly was I supposed to procure myself a swimsuit?
そっか、そうだね。じゃあ向こうの海の家に戻って借りる？でもまた行くの面倒だな。ほら、ここは人もほとんどいないわけだし、ユージは男の子なんだし、裸でいいよ、裸で。
Just the beach just says, even by the standards of this mostly empty beach, we found ourselves at a particularly isolated spot. Nobody's gonna notice anyway, going in naked might be a suitably carefree approach. True enough, alright, I'll do that.
冗談、ユージ。今のはね。
He just strips off and stands proudly. Leaves his socks on though.
What?
Misha,
Oh.
my friend, I am now naked. Something wrong? Why are you looking away?
いや、別になんでもないんだけど。
Something strange about my body?
いや、ないです。ない、ありません。
The fucking, like,
Sound.
trumpet. I see. Well, if you notice anything odd, feel free to let me know.
この中に変な音が響く。変なファンファーレが。
Fanfare.
気にしないことにする。そうよ。私が変な風に考えるからいけないのよ。だって人間だもの。誰だって。
What's wrong?
Someone's just spamming the soundboard.
やっぱりせめてパンツだけは履いてくれないから。頭の中に深刻なエラーが発生しそうで。
That's so. What do you want then? Don't understand what you're getting all red in the face about, though. Weird girl.
変じゃないもん。変なのはユージだもん。
Her face still flushed, Michiru runs energetically towards the shimmering summer sea, trod along behind her into a sheet of warm spray. She looks back over her shoulder.
ユージー、私を捕まえてごらんなさい。
I'm not going to play along with this. And delivers an appropriate play date line. Bringing to an all-out dash and catch Michiru in less than a second. Flying tackle. Get done, Mr. President!
いう時はおいおい待てよみたいな感じじゃないの？
If I actually saw a couple do that IRL, I would walk up to them and smack them both in the face.
Always so violent.
To be fair, they deserve it at that point. No one does that naturally. One would only do that if they're like faking it, or if they're like, huh, how can we show off that we're a date? Or yeah, that we're a couple. Oh, I've read this in the manga, and then to do that, and at that point, they're taunting people intentionally, and therefore deserve a smack.
It's not how that works, but alright.
My apologies when told to catch someone. I feel it would be polite to not make my best efforts to do so.
誰に？
Each is a astute question returns me to my senses. Indeed, who exactly would I let down by allowing the girl to escape? I'm constantly obeying instructions handed down to me. My own will has no relevance. I simply carry out the tasks assigned to me. But today I'm under no such obligation, and still I wag my tail on request. Apathetic, since I've been domesticated right down to my bones. No point, hardly any reason to stay tense at a time like this.
そうよ、もっと気楽にやってよね。ってことで、もう一度私を捕まえ。早い！タックルまでが早い！
Sorry, pure reflex.
ユージってば、子供みたい。はしゃいじゃって。
That's not really the issue, but whatever. After that, we enter the sea, spend some time splashing around in the water. With no particular objective in mind, we mess around in the waves and swim idly under the sun's warm gaze. I think you could describe it as an afternoon well spent. Michiru has a cheerful smile on her face the whole time.
ユージってば、やっぱり泳ぎもうまいね。
It was more like wading, really, I have to say. You seem pretty tired yourself.
そんなことないわよ。寝不足なだけ。8分。
So you're insufficiently rested after all. Maybe a brief nap's in order.
でも寝るとこないよ。あ、ここで少し寝てみようかな。海の上で寝るとか贅沢じゃない？
Oh, that's a thought. Michiru carefully lies herself face down on the plastic sea mattress, apparently anxious about her bathing suit. Riding up, she sticks her finger and tugs it down on the cloth numerous times.
お、さすがに揺れますね。落ちそう。
Don't you sleep on your back?
それはそうだけど、お布団がない状態で仰向けに寝るのってなんか怖くない？守るものがないって感じで。
You'd be even more defenseless when running on your fucking stomach.
私、どんなに暑くても布団絶対かぶって寝る。何もないと無防備すぎる。敵が来た時に守れないじゃない。
This is enemy supposed to be. So I get what you're saying, but the logic's a little
そう
incoherent.
かな。ユージなら分かってくれると思ったんだけど。ああ、そうだ。しばらくこうしてるなら日焼け止め塗らないと。
You just spent how long already at the beach and haven't had sunscreen on you? Oh boy, she's gonna look like a fucking tanned Misugaki tomorrow, huh?
It's quite the way to put it.
Alright, I'll put it on for you. We're pretend dating after all.
ねえ、それ本気で言ってるの？
I don't know why, but this feels like it's gonna be a CG that's just like full focus on her ass, and I don't know why. Of course,
You've done this before, I haven't.
of course, you can't cover your entire body by yourself now, can you? Like, you say that, but I've watched the anime, I haven't played the visual novel. This was not a scene in the anime. Isn't making people just do this sort of thing what for you that's in their way?
じゃあ手伝ってよね。サメ吉の中に入
She
ってる
gave
から。
her shark pouch a name. Sameki? Oh, that pouch. Retrieve the bottle of sunblock from Michiru's shark pouch. Gotta take off the cap and tilt it towards my hand. A thick white liquid emerges in globs.
How descriptive.
I've just thought every time, but the stuff looks just like some kind of bodily fluid, doesn't it?
言わなくていいのよ、そういうことは。黙って塗って。塗りなさいよね。
Yeah, studio ghost. As promised, I begin to spread the lotion along the exposed parts of Michiru's body. Perhaps she finds the summer sun hot as her skin's already growing sticky with sweat.
ねえ、いつも思うって言ってたけど、ちょくちょく日焼け止めを女の子に塗ったりするの？
Not quite. When you're somewhere that gets a really intense sunlight, the stuff is a necessity. In Japan, it's usually nothing worth worrying about, but depending on the country, you can end up with debilitating and even fatal sunburns.
そうなんだ。あ、
What's wrong with that tickle?
ちょっとぐらいは大丈夫なんだからね。ねえ、もう一個聞いていい？
Well,
日焼け止めを塗って海に入ったりして、環境汚染につながったりしないのかな？
some people will probably tell you that stuff's helping to kill the world's coral reefs, but cosmetics companies would probably say typical use won't cause any adverse impacts. There are various opinions depending on how you look at it. That's not a question that can be answered simply and decisively either way.
ユージってさ、なんでも知ってるよね。
Not true, the world's overflowed with things I don't know. For example, if you were to meet to hum a tune from the current #1 musician of the Japanese charts, I'd probably need some time. I thoroughly and gently spread the sunblock across the back of Michiru's body. I'm satisfied with my handiwork. I gave her a light smack on the rear and speak. Alright, other side, flip over.
上って上？それ冗談よね。
Can we just, like, like, fucking appreciate that this man just, like, was done and just smacked her ass, like, turn over?
Yes.
Why
I
is
think
it-
he does it on purpose.
Why so reluctant,
Don't
woman?
quote
Do you
me,
want to
though.
turn into a reverse stone? Having your front and back completely different colors would probably seem slightly natural.
そうじゃないけど、上はさすがに抵抗が。
Whiny and flip over, here we go.
うわ、
Oh, we don't get the ass shot. Just
恥ずかしいんだけど。
regular shot, apparently.
Hmm.
Don't squirm too
Probably
much or
better
fall
off.
off.
だってうわー揺れる。
Trembling like a newborn fawn, Michiru reluctantly settles her body face up on the mattress.
あんた何見てんのよ。見ないでよね。
The girl tries her best to put up a tough front after the fact, but it's completely unconvincing. Her delivery is so strained and artificial, you think she was reading the words of a script. You done squawking now? I'm ready to put this stuff on you, if that's all right.
うん。
Michiru finally grows docile, apparently resigned to her fate. Taking a bottle of sunblock in my hand, I squirt out another glove and begin applying it to her lower body. The girl darts her eyes back and forth restlessly, following anything but
なん
me.
で下から塗るんですか？
Because it's closer to me, no other
そ
reason.
うですか。
What's wrong? Feeling anything?
何を言ってるの？
Wasn't implying anything strange. Just wondering if you're feeling the sunblock starting to work.
ああ、そういう。で、そんなのわかんないよ。ぬるぬるしてるだけだし。
I lathered the white liquid across her thighs, the back of her knees, and her ankles, thoroughly coating every inch of her exposed skin. I feel Michiru's light leg hair sticking flat against her skin as a revolution, and apparently this bothers the girl somewhat, judging by the anxious little glance she's now sending in my direction. What's wrong? Self-conscious about the hair?
だって産毛って処理していいかわかんないし、剃ると濃くなるって言うし。
Girl, I don't see a single fucking fuzz on your goddamn leg. Stop being a drama queen.
Don't worry, I have much hair. I have much more hair on my legs. than you
We
do.
want to talk about hairy legs, huh?
Is he showing his legs to the camera?
I sure did. I do have socks on, so the people did not get feet pics for free.
Damn, that's only a privilege I get, huh?
I think we've already talked about this anyway. When you shave, you're cropping off the light, thin parts of the hair. The fat roots at the surface of at the surface of the skin. That's what makes it look thicker for a while. It's not like you're really getting any hair
そう
here.
なの？本当に？じゃあこれから剃る。剃らない方がいいのかな？
Ask me, woman, do you want? Well, do what you want. A little fuzz in your leg is hardly anything worth worrying about either way. Alright, time for the upper body.
うん。そうなの？
Oops. Can we not have that noise, please? I resume my systematic lotion smearing campaign, tracing my hands from Michiru's shoulders down to her upper arms, through the elbow all the way to her fingertips. With every stroke, she wriggles her body and lets out little sighs. What's wrong? Feeling anything?
日焼け止めの効果？
No, I was referring to physical pleasure.
そんなわけないでしょ。いいから早く塗りなさいよね。
Sprouting and shouting in contest, Michiru lifts her upper body from the float. In that instant, a wave comes rolling in alongside her.
あれ？うわー！
Tumbling for a plastic perch, she falls headfirst into the sea. Well, that works, sir. They say being in the water reduces your exposure to UV radiation.
うん。
For some reason, this news doesn't seem to cheer Michiru up much. Her twin tails float limply on the surface of the sea, like two pitiful strands of oddly colored seaweed. By the time Michiru manages to drag herself back to the beach, her skin's taken on a warm red glow. Guess I really should have finished the job after all, huh?
うるさいわよ。だってあんなもうバカ。
Well then, what shall we do with ourselves? There's still plenty of daylight left. What do you try triathlon next?
やらないです。私はもう今日は帰る。疲れた。
I'll see. Alright then, I'll walk you back to the dome.
本当に？
Now, this is a date after all, of sorts.
ああ、そうか。そうだよね。やっぱりいいや。
Michiru delivers his answer with a strangely forlorn expression on her face. What's that? Aren't we pretending?
そうなんだけど、それはいい。なんか寂しくなっちゃう。なんでもない。それじゃあまたね。
Later works for me, but from the way things look, it's going to be another titanic struggle for her to get that float back to the beach house. I refuse to even try asking me if I help another aspect of the tsundere act. Perhaps the girl's just helplessly awkward. Probably the second option.
I agree.
What's truth and what's fiction? Is this real or a dream? Where am I? Where aren't I? All of a sudden, many things feel unclear to me. Every once in a while, when I'm alone, I abruptly lose my bearings. Is it really alright for me to be here? To keep on living like this? My doubts gather in a dense mass of uneasiness that threatens to swallow me up like a black hole. I came to the school on the pretense of being a student, but I'm still myself. No matter how carefully I smooth down my surface, the real me isn't going to just disappear. So when Michiru came to me with her pretend lover's proposal, I deep down was more relieved than exasperated. Now I have an excuse to live a lie. This hasn't proven quite so straightforward. It's just a game, isn't it? Plain and simple. Yet sometimes the simplest things can be surprisingly difficult to fully understand. To be honest, I'm more than a little perplexed at the moment. My real feelings seem to have gotten lost in some obscure fold of my brain and not having much luck finding them again. And I'm pretty sure she's feeling the same way. What's real and what's make-believe? Who am I and who aren't I? Hold on. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes. Hold on. God damn it! I
Look
have
up
to keep
the sky and see.
I have to keep fucking freshing the goddamn Google page because it doesn't want to just leave the fucking lyrics on screen for some reason. I don't know why. But
I'm just a poor boy.
poor
I need no
boy.
sympathy.
Because I'm easy come,
Easy come, easy go.
little high,
Little high,
little low.
little low.
Anyway the wind blows doesn't really
Doesn't
matter
really
to
matter
me. To
me.
Mama! Okay, we have
Yeah.
enough. We had enough. Like I said, I don't know why, but my Google has like this weird fucking glitch where like, you know how sometimes when you like look up for something for what your wiki, it actually shows you like an episode of the wiki on top.
Uh-huh.
For some reason, my Google doesn't like that. It'll show that for like a second and then immediately get rid of it. And I don't know why. It's so fucking weird. Actually, hold on. Hold on. I suddenly have an idea, actually. No, that's not the issue. I thought maybe for some reason it's being counted as ads by my ad blocker, but no, even if I turn off my ad blocker, it'll still show me this lyrics for like a second and then immediately be gone. Like, it just does not like the Google add-ons thing for some reason. I don't know why. It's so fucking retarded. Anyways. Age has been dropping by my room on more or less a daily basis recently. Her objective, of course, is to drag me out on pretend dates. Although I agreed to play along with the intention of killing some time, my thoughts on the matter are gradually growing muddled and clear to me. Why exactly did I keep humoring her like this? You could call it as a mutual crime, I suppose. We're both play-acting feelings that aren't real, collaboratively perpetuating a fantasy. Mitch has finally gotten to the point of barging around in my room without even feeling self-conscious about it. But that's the product of my deliberate decision not to lock the door. You're being too soft on the girl. Nothing, but isn't it about time? Isn't it about time we ended this relationship? But if I put it that way, it sounds like we're talking about a real breakup. There shouldn't be any need to take this gaze as seriously. What's that supposed to be? Abandoning my flustered companion, I abruptly exited my room. Why does this feel so uncomfortable? It's like I'm living inside a man-made miniature garden with some cosmetic voyeur watching me from far above. What now? Look, I agreed to play house with you, but there are limits. I opened my mouth to refute her, but found myself at a loss for words. This name the retort I was expecting just doesn't come. Mom, where do you want to go then? Not necessary, I don't want to spend that much time. While waiting for Michiru, I reflect on the fact that our classmates will be returning to the dorm soon. Once they're back, we'll meet you to revert to our original tsundere state. We go back to the normal routine as if this time we spent together never happened. Not that it's really any of my concern, it's her problem. Darling. Even for the sake of authenticity, I'm pretty reluctant to start calling you honey. Huh, easy for you to say. Darling, huh? I doubt there's been that significant a change in a few days. Let's see here. No, I did not. I looked at your waist, and then at your cat. It's male. Dungeon Defenders too, apparently.
Dungeon Defenders too.
Because I looked.
見たのかよおい。どこ見たんだよおい。
Rest assured there was no funny business involved when I wasn't Jack. That's how important.
注射？あ、そうだ。そうだよね。ユージってこの子にワクチン注射打ってくれたんでしょ？
The cheese who spilled the beans.
うん。絶対内緒にしてねって言われたけどね。実はユージって結構優しいよね。だから好き。
Bit heroes! Can you decide? Honestly, are there any words as so hollow as a woman's just between the two of us?
どうしたユージ？
Clap down. Come on, let's get going.
ああ、待ってってば。どこ行くか私しか知らないはずなのに。やっぱりここって落ち着く。にゃー。
In a less than totally unpredictable development, the destination Michiru guides me to is the usual clearing overlooking the sea. Michiru, my friend, I'm gonna be blunt. Why are we so attached to this place?
それは。
Michiru slowly licks her lips with her tongue, then looks me straight in the face and smiles.
ない。
No reason, even though you've come here with every possible opportunity, you expect to believe that you have no reason for doing so.
ああ、ないっていうのは適切じゃないな。つまりこの場所は綺麗だし、すごく遠くまで見えるし、空気が美味しいし、猫ニャーとも出会えたし、それから空が高いし、好きなんだけど。
I had a feeling that today I'm finally going to hear about whatever it is Michiru's been hiding from me. Being first the girl hems and haws, I simply wait patiently. As to not let some crumb of truth blow away in the wind, I shield my ears with a hand and sit quietly waiting.
あとね、友達のことを思い出す。にゃー。
Michiru finally manages to just barely squeeze out the words. At the same moment, her cat gives a small cry.
この場所に来るとすごく大事な友達のことを思い出すんだ。別にここで何かあったわけじゃないんだけどね。
I see. So is this friend of yours now a source of distress?
わかんない。いいよ、そんな話は。
Michiru clears her throat with a little cough, brushing her previous comments off the table of conversation.
ありがとうね。デートごっこすごく楽しい。でもちょっと怖いなって思う。こんなに楽しくて毎日笑ってて、そんな風に生きる資格があるのかなって。私はもっと世界の端っこでちっちゃく呼吸しながら生きなきゃいけないんじゃないのってそう思っちゃう。
That cat repeatedly circles around Michiru's legs in search of attention, but the girl's so caught up in her little monologue that she doesn't even seem to notice.
ユージがごっこでもデートしてくれて嬉しいんだよ。猫ニャーもいるし。でも全部これは嘘で、夢で、いつか消えちゃうんじゃないかなって思う自分もいる。今は箱を外から見ているだけで、蓋を開けたら空っぽで、最初から何もなかったんだよってならないか。それが怖いの。ねえ、私って最近変じゃない？私は私でいられる？ちゃんと私のままでユージと一緒に過ごせてる？こんなこと聞くなんておかしいよね。自分でも分かってるんだ。でも怖いの。ねえユージ、私
Put a hand to Michiru's cheek and feel the temperature of her skin. Idle
monkey toy.
Monkey logy.
It said monkey, didn't it?
Put a hand on Michiru's cheek and feel the temperature of her skin.
Was it mythology? I thought it said monkey.
Yeah, it said monkeylogy. Like I thought it said mythology at first because it was moving around so much. But then I read it. It was like, hold on, what the fuck is monkeylogy supposed to mean?
I don't know.
The girl before my eyes is without a doubt the Michiru I know, no more, no less. It's also true that another Michiru appears occasionally in that place. Know basically nothing about the girl. Or why it became this way, or what it means. And no matter how many pseudo dates we accumulate, I'm not gonna get any closer to the answer. As in place of roleplay can't take you. You're you, same as always. There's nothing strange about you. I think I've told you this before, but you worry too much.
気にしなくていいのかな。私ちゃんとできてる。
All of a sudden, Michiru's eyes are tinged with red.
私バカだからよくわかんないの。ねえ、ユージも私をバカだと思う？デートごっこして本気で喜んでユージのこと多分すごい好きで、そういうのって嫌い？
Not really.
それも嘘。
No, don't get too paranoid on me, alright? Take this at face value, fine just the way you are.
そのままの私ってなんだろう。よくわかんないんだ。
Michiru blinks rapidly and a single large teardrop rolls down her face. No others follow.
私ね、ユージとデートしてる時にずっとこのままだったらいいなって思ったの。ずっと今日が続けばいいなって。だって嘘のデートごっこでも終わりが来なければそれが本当でしょ。だから終わるのが怖い。
See, pretending has advantages. No matter what happens, you can pass it off as a joke. Nobody has to get hurt.
そうかもしれないね。でも終わるの怖いな。猫ニャーがいなくなるのが、ユージがどっか行っちゃうのが、友達が。
Well, she's in for something when Yuji is being called to a fucking mission again. The words leave her mouth. Michiru slowly squats down to finally pet the black cat at her feet. Some of the movement reminds her of an elderly musician lovingly attending to their instrument.
楽しければ楽しいほど怖くなる。この楽しさは本物なのかなって。そうなんじゃないかなって。
I'm struck by the need to reassure Michiru.
私、よくわかんない。
Setting aside my own complex circumstances, uncertain feelings, I want to do something for the girl crying in front of me. More than a little presumptuous of me, yes. I simply can't bring myself to stay silent. You're not wrong, Michiru. Most things do come to an end. That instant, her hand still moving through the cat's fur. That instant, her hand still moving through the cat's fur. Michiru changes as all the words that were about to leave my mouth and carefully observe
だが
her.
それは何？ユージ君。
Good before my eyes, it was no longer the Michiru I wanted to comfort. You again, you always show up at just the right moment, don't you? Michiru offers me a dry and amused little laugh and moves her arm carefully back and forth as if to test the parts to compose her.
どうしたのかしらね、私。まあ、お礼を言わなくちゃね。ありがとう。この子とデート結局、デートごっこっていうややこしい形になったけど、この子はすごく喜んでる。でもね、だから困ってるのよ。思ったよりも、この子本気だったみたい。
Michiru brushes her bangs out of her eyes, then tugs on the hem of her dress, clearly uncomfortable.
こんな服まで用意して、ちょっと男にこびすぎじゃない？まあ、それは私の趣味じゃないってだけかもしれないけど、努力は認める。でもちょっとね、まずくない？
I don't follow.
そう。つまりさ、君はこの子を安心させたいと思ってる。そうでしょ。でもそれは一時期の感情に過ぎない。 この子とずっと一緒にいることができる？ずっと離れないでいることができる？永遠に守ることができる？
Instead of answering, I squeezed my clenched hands a little tighter. It would be easy not to object, but the girl has a point.
ユージ君は仕事柄、学園を離れることだってあるでしょ？その時の寂しさをどう紛らわせてくれるの？
To be fair, you have no idea what the work entails, so you have no idea if that's actually dangerous. So what you're saying is, how are you going to handle your girlfriend being real pissy about you going to your fucking day job?
君がいない夜、この子は誰にすがればいい？どれだけ泣くと思う？そうなる前にやめましょう。遊びはおしまい。
Bill claps her hands together firmly. Strangely dry sound hangs in the air for a moment. Black cat alarm darts off to the grass. Michiru, my friend. Thinking about our alternative, I ventured to call the girl in front of me by that name. Talk about the end like it's inevitable, but some things do last forever. Of course, the vast majority don't, but that's not a reason to give up looking. No matter how minuscule the odds may be, eternity does exist. It might take a borderline miracle to find it, but you can't deny it's there. Michiru twists her face as if she's taking a bite out of a particularly sour melon.
ユージ君ってそんなこと言う人なんだ。そうね、確かに否定はできない。誰にも奇跡を否定することはできない。でもそうやって都合のいい言葉に甘えたら、結局最後に傷つくのはこの君が奇跡を起こせなかったら、ただ奇跡を夢見て裏切られて終わっていくの。そんな悲しいことってある？私はちょっと残酷だと思うな。
Beautiful scenery, the pleasant wind, all of it seems to have abruptly drained of color and flavor. Can't find an effective response to our words. No, I can. Like, if you only play it safe in life, you're never gonna fucking get anywhere. Like, the very act of getting into a relationship with someone is already a gamble, no matter how much you trust the other person, because who knows, maybe once you really get to know each other, aka like stuff like living together, you may find out that you fucking despise each other. Nothing in life is certain. Everything has a risk to it, so avoiding all risk is impossible.
この子は君とずっと一緒にいたがってる。この子と君をデートさせてあげることがこの子のためになるかと思ったけど、違うみたい。お願いだから、この子のことを傷つけないでね。
I have no intention of hurting her. Only that afraid of getting hurt. As the words are leaving my mouth, Michiru's body language slackens and the expression of her face changes. I instantly sense that the girl I know has returned.
今ちょっとクラッてした。
Michiru grins brightly, but once he knows my grim expression, a smile quickly fades from her face. Her eyes full of uneasiness, she tentatively opens her mouth.
私何か変なこと言った？もしかしてまた？
Her lips begin to tremble. It's obvious that the girl is genuinely afraid. She has the expression of a child who's looked down into a deep, dark well.
やっぱりか。そうなんだね。そうなんだよな。なんでかな。私が大切だって思ったり、必要だと感じると消えちゃうの。そう思うと遠くへ行っちゃう。だからそんなこと思わない方がいいんだよね。このまま楽しい時が続けばいいなんて思っちゃダメなんだよね。私夢なんて見ちゃダメなんだ。
Instead of answering, I silently wrapped my arms around Michiru and hugged her tightly. A very abrupt action on my part, to be sure, but it felt like the thing to do. Michiru's breathing catches in her throat. I can faintly feel her pounding pulse through her skin. Can't find anything to say to her right now. I don't know what she's gone through. where these anxieties come from. I feel her suffering like it's my own. My emotions and hers seem to have rolled up into a hopelessly tangled mess. To be honest, I don't have the first idea what to tell her. And therefore, guided by sheer instinct, I decided to come out and say something that's been on my mind for a long time now. This isn't the time for false happiness or hollow consolation. Right now, she needs the truth. Misha, my friend, there's something I've been wanting to tell you. You mind? I don't know what I should say to you right now. So I'm going with this.
わかったから早く言ってよ。怖いことじゃないよね。
I kill people!
しちゃうことじゃないよね。
Not sure.
わかった。覚悟する。はい、言って。早く。
That cat calling it kitty meow, aren't you?
うん。
Well, you're god awful at naming things. Confusion! Burst my eardrums, why don't you? I'll say it again, you are terrible at naming things.
何それ今それ普通今のタイミングで言う指摘するにしても
Weren't you listening to me? I don't know what to tell you, so for the time being I decided to say it doesn't bounce on my mind for a while.
まず伝えてみたじゃないでしょ今のだって結構その
The timing might have been somewhat odd, granted, but there's sincere words. Try to calm yourself, alright.
混乱するでしょまったくもう考えてんだかルージって本当に意味わかんないもう
Michiru laughs at the cheerfulness returning to her voice. The deeply sorrowful expression gives away for the same straightforward smile I saw yesterday. I deliberately chose to play for time. As a temporary stopgap measure, I've simply shifted the topic away from potentially problematic subjects. I don't know if that was the right decision, but I didn't want to make some half-assed sincere promise just to bring Michiru a momentary reassurance. It'd be easy enough to lie to the girl and make her feel like the problem was solved, but that wouldn't be genuine progress. Might well backfire, in fact. So I stalled her. But off the inevitable for now. I decided that a little more time would be necessary to resolve this problem, and now I have it.
あのね、猫にゃんは名前じゃないよ。
It isn't? You're constantly calling him that.
だって猫って呼ぶわけにはいかないでしょ。にゃーって鳴くから猫にゃ。
So, if he was a dog, it'd be doggy bark?
そういうこと。だって名前つけたくなかったな。さっきも言ったけど、私の大切なものってすぐどこかへ行っちゃうから。だからそうならないように。名前なんてつけたら関係性ができちゃうでしょ。それが怖かったんだ。
I see, that explains it, but there's no harm in naming the animal. You could reconsider.
いいのかな、そんなことして。
Finally shocked by my proposal, Michiru hesitates, but honestly, she's so transparently attached to the animal that sticking with this purely fictional non-name seems both awkward and pointless.
もし名前をつけて、その瞬間にどうかなっちゃうことない？
Not impossible, it strikes me as exceptionally unlikely. I know, why don't I propose a name for the little beast? Let's see here. Rommel has a nice ring.
やだね、何それずっと言ってるよね、ロンメルって。全然可愛くないんだけど。
Cuteness was a requirement, see. Not to use to thinking of names as purely practical signifiers, I suppose.
そもそもロンメルって何なの？
A general.
将軍か。いや、将軍である必要がないからね。ロンメル禁止です。どこの馬の骨ともわからない将軍なんて。
Hold on, woman. Rommel's no hole in the ground. Listen up. Rommel was an officer in of the German army known as the Desert Fox for...
いいの、ロン メルに対して詳しく知りたいわけじゃないから。そもそも砂漠のキツネってこの子は猫でしょ。シャーキシャー。
I see. If you're that opposed, I guess there's nothing for it. Alright, how about this? Irwin.
エルビン。いやちょっと可愛いじゃない。それなんとなく素敵な気がする。
Originally, it's somewhat longer. Irvin Johannes.
エルヴィン・ヨハネス。
Irvin Johannes Eugen Rommel.
ロンメルじゃん。シャー。
Alright then, all joking aside, go ahead and name him as you see that.
自由にって言われると困るんだけど。ね、こういうのは
Michiru bashfully rubs her thighs together and speaks with a clear hint of amazement in her voice.
にゃにゃんめるというのはいかがですかね。
It's shit.
即答。いいじゃないにゃんめる。
How'd you arrive at this name? Walk me through the thought process here.
それはユージがね、ロンメルって言うから、よっぽど思い入れがあるのかなって思ってね。
No, in the slightest. It was just the first name that popped into my head.
それでね、猫にゃーとロンメルでにゃんめるっていうのはいいかななんて。
Michiru looks up at me, clearly looking for approval, and responds to offer her my honest opinion on the matter. Do it. A name can be anything, really. What matters is the fact that you're the one who named it. As of today, that cat belongs to you.
そっか。じゃあそうする。どうにゃんめる。新しい名前気に入った？
Watch him hiss. Not yet.
無視。
Well, I doubt it could care less.
ちなみにだけど、一応だけど、念のためだけど聞いちゃいますけど、ユージはどう思った？率直に言ってね、率直に。
You already said it's shit. How many times are you gonna make me repeat myself? When it comes to naming things, you're utter shit.
率直すぎるでしょ。ねえ、ちょっと。にゃ
Oh, whatever the name, there's no change. It's already been decided. Alright then, why don't we head back?
ねえ、ユージ。手つないでいいよね。ほら、一応まだデートごっこだし。
You know, the chat thing to do here would be to say no, we aren't, but still hold her hand. But I can even tell her I don't mind. Michiru clings to my arm.
ありがとう、ユージ。私の世界のパーツが一つ増えたみたい。
Good for you. Collect enough of those, and maybe you can piece together a world that belongs to you alone. It's up to you what gets included.
そうだね。
Alright then, let's get going. Ludmila Pavlichenko. Who the fuck is that? Oh hey, it's fucking Morgan sent me Skyla picture. Nice. Ludmila Pavlichenko. Ludmila Mikhailovna Pavlichenko was a Soviet sniper in the Red Army during World War II. She is credited with killing 309 enemy combatants. She served in the Red Army during the Siege of Odessa and Siege of Sevastopol during the early stages of the fighting in the Eastern Front. Her score of 309 killings likely places her within the top 5 snipers of all time, but her kills may be significantly more numerous as a confirmed kill has to be witnessed by a third party. After she was injured in battle by a mortar shell, she was evacuated to Moscow. After she recovered from injuries, she retrained other Red Army snipers and was a public spokesperson for the Red Army. In 1942, she toured the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom. After the war ended in 1945, she was reassigned as a senior researcher for the Soviet Navy. She died of a stroke at the age of 58. Nickname Lady Death. Holy shit, that's metal as fuck.
とあげるからね。だから懐きなさい。より私に懐きなさい。にゃにゃにゃにゃ。お、ビスケット好きか。そっかそっか。よーしよしよし、わしわしゃ。
That means you obtained a few pesos of yourself. But you can't forget that none of her problems have really been resolved. Still, the girls begin to walk on her own 2 feet, if only within the bounds of a make-believe fantasy. As for myself, the words of the other Michiru still weigh heavily on my mind. If eternity doesn't exist, what can I do for a girl who wants something permanent? It's enough to sulk and say it's all meaningless in the end, but with that mindset, I'll never even crack open the door to her world. Should we keep going, or should we stop here?
We can stop, yeah.
That makes sense, I guess.
セブン。
That's still just Sachi ass randomly here. Anyways, end of the RPG. No, this is a visual novel, not an RPG. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Just want to see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.
There we go.